I sued my cousin for $6,000 to pay for my hearing aids after he threw me in the pool. My cousin Ethan always thought he was the funniest guy in the room. Family gatherings were basically his personal comedy show where everyone else was just the audience. But that day at my aunt's pool party, his joke went way too far. I've been wearing hearing aids since I was 12 after getting chronic ear infections that messed up my hearing. They're not the cheap ones either. These things cost $3,000 each and my parents had to save up for months to afford them. I'm super careful with them because I know how expensive they are. So I'm sitting by the pool talking to my little cousin Maya about her new hamster when Ethan walks up behind me. Without warning, he grabs me and shoves me straight into the deep end. I hit the water hard and immediately felt my hearing aids getting soaked. The panic was instant. I scrambled to get out of the pool while everyone was laughing like it was the funniest thing ever. Ethan was practically doubled over saying stuff like, "Come on, it's just water," and "Stop being such a baby." I pulled out my hearing aids and they were completely dead. Water was literally dripping out of them. I tried explaining to everyone that these things cost $6,000 total and weren't waterproof, but Ethan just rolled his eyes and said I was being dramatic. My aunt tried to defend him saying boys will be boys, and that insurance would probably cover it. When I told her my parents' insurance didn't cover hearing aid water damage, she suggested putting them in rice like they were wet phones. The worst part was when Ethan said maybe this was a good thing, because now I'd finally stop ignoring people when they talked to me. That's when I knew he had no idea how hearing loss actually works. My parents picked me up early and we went straight to the audiologist the next morning. $6,000 in damage, completely irreparable. The audiologist said pool water is basically poison for hearing aids because of all the chemicals. I had to go 2 weeks without being able to hear properly while we figured out how to replace them. Do you know how hard it is to take notes in class when you can barely hear the teacher? Or how embarrassing it is when your friends think you're ignoring them? When my dad called Ethan's parents asking them to pay for replacements, they laughed and said accidents happen. His mom actually said we should have told everyone I was wearing expensive equipment before the party, like it was our fault for not announcing my disability loud enough. That's when my parents decided to take legal action. We found a lawyer who specialized in personal injury cases and filed a lawsuit for the full replacement cost plus court fees. Ethan's family tried to counter by saying I should have taken my hearing aids out before going near the pool. Their lawyer argued that reasonable people remove valuables around water, but our lawyer pointed out that hearing aids aren't jewelry you take off. They're medical devices that help me function normally. The case took 4 months, but we won everything. The judge ruled that pushing someone into water without consent is assault, especially when it damages necessary medical equipment. Ethan's family had to pay the full $6,000 plus our legal fees.